Hello, welcome back to Easy Shred. I'm going to roll with that name. I don't care if it sounds cheesy. And I'm also going to remember to tell you in the intro of this one that I'm going to include the tabs at the very end of the video. So feel free to pause, screenshot, whatever. If people want it, tell me and I'll put it into PDF form. And I'll leave a link or something for you to go and download it from there. So what we're covering today is we're going to cover arpeggios and sweep picking. Now these are buzzwords when it comes to people trying to learn solo guitar or just generally be a shredder, particularly if you're in the metal scene. I'm going to break down an easy or two easy sweep picking shapes, one major, one minor, same as the last video. And I'm going to talk about proper sweep technique. The one thing I want to say before I do this is, again, it's all about metronome and it's all about practice. I remember being in a band and being told to put sweep picking over it, and it sounded terrible because I didn't practice the time. I just thought if I did it quick enough, it would make up for itself, and it really didn't. So take it from me, take it as a bit of advice. Don't break this out to your bandmates until you are absolutely 100% confident with it, because it's a very good technique and it sounds very impressive, but it's very easy to get it wrong as well. I'm using my 7-string today because it's got slightly bigger frets. Should be easier to see it on it. If you prefer it with my Epiphone in the background there, mention it in the comments, but for today we're going to be using this. Okay, so once again I'm using my 7-string, so ignore this string just in case I get anyone confused. I'm starting to think this is a bad idea already, but we're rolling with it. So we're going to start by focusing on the 12th fret of the A string, which is the 5th string. We're then going to move to the 11th fret on the D, the 9th fret on the G, the 10th fret on the B, and then this is the slightly tricky part. I'm going to move my hands into frame just so you can see it. I'm going to go on the 9th, hammer onto the 12th, and then when you're coming back down you're going to pull off to there. Then you're going to hit that 10th on the B, 9th on the G, 11th on the D, 12th on the A. So, like the last video, pause the video here. Once you've had a practice on that, let's have a look at the minor. So again, pinky on the 12th fret of the 5th string. And this time, instead of going to the 11th, we're going to go to the 10th on the D. 9th on the G. 10th on the B. And then on the last string, on the E, it's the same idea again, so it's a hammer on and a pull off. But you're going to start on the 8th fret this time, and then hammer on to the 12th. And then it's the exact same coming down, so 8 on the E, 10th on the B, 9th on the G, 10th on the D, 12th on the A. So now you've got the shape, we need to talk about the boring bit, which is the right hand, or the left hand if you're a southpaw. It's really important in sweep picking to have the right technique, and what I mean by that is you're not using your arm to really awkwardly move your hands across the strings. You're going to use your wrist, and it's going to be with your pick flat against the string, like that. This is where we get the term sweep picking from, because it is literally sweeping your pick across strings. So that's two ways I want you to practice this. I want you to practice those shapes that I just went over, and I also want you to practice just raking your pick across the strings like this. So, this is a little bit of a shorter one. We covered something a little bit more technical in this one as well. Like I keep on saying, practice to a metronome and make sure your playing is clean and consistent. And what I mean by that is you're not fumbling notes, you're not skipping out notes to try and get it quicker. Just be diligent and just practice. It will come. The next one I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the previous two lessons together and give you a couple of practice licks to do that are really going to help work on your articulation and your speed. Just practicing the fundamentals basically. But until I get round to editing that video, thank you very much for watching.